Hola, and welcome once again to the Schaefer Small Engine Shop and Two-Car Garage. It's January 31st, 2024, and our 10 days of winter acts like it's over. So I'm out here in the shop. It's about 70 degrees outside. Not too bad. Now today's victim is my own Folding Pro 4218A, and I'm going to do a video on how I sharpen a chain. Now there's 4,000 videos on YouTube and on the internet about how to sharpen chain, but I don't think there's one that's exactly the way I do it. So I'm going to bring you in a little closer here and show you what I'm talking about. Now I have all of the ordinary apparatus required to sharpen a chain. Chainsaw file. This chain takes 5 30-seconds file and got all of these angles marked on it, and you line it up here and file according to the angle and go from tooth to tooth, which I always found to be kind of a nuisance. Well, I found on the internet these little diamond chainsaw sharpeners, 5 30-seconds size, and I bought 16 of them for, I don't know, $12 or $13 delivered. Cheap. I mean real cheap. And they're 1/8 shank, and the 1/8 shank fits in my antique Black & Decker Wizard, which is basically a Dremel tool with a battery. 2 speeds. Takes these VersaPack batteries, let's see, which Black & Decker still makes them, but you can buy tons of them on the internet, and they're pretty cheap. So they power this thing. Well, you chuck it in there, and here's what I do. Now, I'm going to see if I can get you in a little bit closer here. Bear with me. It's about as close as I can get. This chain, it's one of these 3/8 inch pitch, low profile anti-kickback chains that a lot of these small saws come with. And to be honest with you, they do okay, but they'll do better if you file them like I'm fixing to show you how to do. But I take my Dremel tool here, and the 5 30-seconds lays right in the tooth just like it's supposed to. And I'm just eyeballing the angle here. I mean, hey, it fits right in there, so you know it's okay. Now, before you start, you have to mark where you start. So you mark, I'm starting right here. Maybe I'll start over here. Maybe I won't start at all. But to start with, you got to mark the chain, not the bar. So I'll take this grease pencil here and mark right there. And when I get around, I'll know I've made the whole loop. Then I can go back and do the other side. And you can do both sides at the same time. I generally do one side and then the other. So I'll get it cranked up. Now, this may not be the most scientific method, but it's pretty quick. There's my white mark, so I'm halfway around. Actually, I'm all the way around, but I'm only halfway done here. Well, hang on. Okay, we're halfway done. Didn't take too long. And this shop, always picks up sounds from outside. And I hope you can hear these woodpeckers that are drumming. They are starting mating season. There's one squalling, and there's one drumming. They're establishing territory. And our neighborhood here is full of hardwood and pine, and it is full of red-bellied woodpeckers and little downy woodpeckers. And on occasion, I have had a pileated woodpecker fly through, and last year I had a red-headed woodpecker for the first time in the 25 years we've lived here, and he fed for 2 or 3 months. He has not returned. So let's proceed on with today's project. We'll start right here on where our mark is. I don't know how long these bits are good for. I sharpened 4 or 5 blades with this one. It's probably getting worn out. And look at here, we're already back home. So when I finish that, I then take this bit, get my pliers. I got it in there pretty tight. Thank you. I'm going to take this file. I may use it one more time and throw it away. But now I'm going to put in a regular stone. And I put the stone in because now I got the teeth razor sharp. But to make it, the blade, the chain really bite, you've got to file down these little things in the center here, which I think are called rakers, and they determine how much bite the chain actually takes out of the wood. And the more you file them down, the more bite it takes out of the wood. So I'm going to go ahead and start here and file down all these rakers. The ones you really have to be concerned with are the ones that are right before the tooth. The rest of these, I think, are just kind of guides that come out on the bottom so that the sprocket can drive the chain. And once again, we're back at the white mark. So we should be pretty dead-gum sharp, and it feels sharp. So I'm going to turn you off for a minute. I'll turn you back on and show you the final step here. Because this chain has now got metal shavings and abrasive material all over it. Now, I'm doing this at home. This is the way I do it here, not necessarily the way I would do it in the field, but this is a very good idea. I take the chain, lay it down flat in a pan, and I take some of Mr. WMF Bar's clean strip paint thinner, which is naphtha or Varsol or mineral spirits, whatever name you want to use for it. And I completely cover the chain up, and I wash the chain. And I'll get a toothbrush and really rinse it pretty well. Now, a lot of this that's coming off is oil, but the metal grit, it's coming off too. And the abrasive on the stone is also coming off. So I'll do it all the way around. Then I'm going to flip it over and do the other side the same way. And I can see the dirt and grit laying in the bottom of this pan. So let me dry this thing off and we'll show the next step. Now we had to do a little minor harmonicating here. The chain jumped out of the sprocket on the bottom, but we got it back in. It's just about right, not too bad. We got it tightened down, and Mr. Barr, I will take my solvent, put a rag and a funnel up there, clean my solvent before it goes back in the paint thinner naphtha solvent can. But this chain is sharp. This chain has had its rakers filed down and it is ready to go. So I hope this video helps somebody. Thanks for watching. If you like these videos, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell and you'll be notified whenever I make a new video. Thanks again.